Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. So hope you guys are all having an amazing day today. And a very common question that I get is, Odin, Pathox wipes my base every single time. How can I build an anti-Pathox base? And really the answer is quite simple, but I'm just going to go in depth a little bit so you guys can kind of understand the reasoning behind it as well as kind of validate what I am saying. So what I really want to start out with is Pathox is a very strong dragon. Don't get me wrong. Pathox is amazing. His skill set is awesome. He is a viable option against most bases. However, the second that I got him, basically the second that I got him, I noticed a few major weaknesses, which is, with a lot of dragons, but for this dragon in particular, his major weaknesses are pretty evident from the beginning. So I'm going to go over that. But really, it comes down to his spells. The Spectral Form. Dragon cloaks and rapidly regenerates rage and ammo. This spell allows you to cast spells while you are in this quote-unquote white cloak. Which is pretty overpowered, right? It's amazing. Crippling Chill deals decent damage to towers and freezes them. And it's one rage. So you can, be spitting out this Crippling Chill over and over and over again while you're in Spectral Form. However, the second that you come out of Spectral Form, you are very vulnerable because you do not have a way to dodge damage and he has no resist whatsoever. So what this means is if you are unable to kill towers while in Spectral Form with Crippling Chill, you're screwed. Because Crippling Chill has a cooldown, a slight cooldown at least, whether or not, it technically doesn't have a cooldown, but you can only cast it at a certain rate because it's kind of like freeze. It doesn't go to towers like straight immediately, right? It takes a little bit of time between the time you cast it and the time it actually hits the towers. So there is a little bit of time for people to spam repairs, and that is crucial. Against undefended bases, this guy is unstoppable, even against max towers. However, against defended bases, this is when you can stop Pathox in his tracks. Because if he kills no towers whatsoever, he comes out of Spectral Form, people start panicking. I see it all the time on my base. I'm pretty sure I've yet to see a single Pathox get 100% on my base, completely maxed ones, get 100% on my base, even with just me defending. No other defenders, just me. And I'll explain why in just a second. And by the way, throughout this video, I'm going to mention my base. I am not saying whatsoever that it is completely unbeatable. People like Jeff, who can fly dragons, fly at Zani really well, they can solo at 3 defenders, no problem whatsoever. But the majority of players don't know how to fly that as well, and they tend to struggle. And you can replicate this base pretty easily. So just keep that in mind. So yeah, I've really yet to see a Pathox take out my base. And the reason behind that is because of HP. My main focus whenever I am working on towers and gear is HP. Because if you have more HP, that allows defenders to be able to repair them. Because if your towers have a ton of attack, I know people who focus completely on attack, like for their gear. That's great. But that extra attack does not matter whatsoever if all your towers are dead. But if your towers can outlive the dragon while still having some attack, that little attack is going to do exponentially much more because they're going to be alive, full health. People can repair them over and over and over again and keep them alive. And that is what saves my base the majority of the time. So my main tip for anyone who's, and this is really not just for Pathox only, it's for most dragons. Very few times do people make it through my base completely if I'm defending, let alone 3 defenders. Because without insanely good attack gear, it is very difficult to take out these towers. Because, for one, I have a mythic warrior on my perch. It doesn't have to be mythic, it can be legendary as well. But a legendary or mythic warrior is going to increase the HP by 15%, which if you have higher level towers, it's going to help exponentially because towers gain more and more HP as you level them up. So that helps, but also, you can see right here, I've really focused on these HP elite gears. I've also wasted a ton of shards on these, which sucks. I'm currently working on only elites now because that's what you should be doing, especially if you're really active in Atlas. But yeah, this HP really benefits, and that's what's going to kill Pathox. If he can't take out towers, I know I keep repeating this, but that's the key. If he can't take out towers, he's screwed. He's done. And the majority of Pathoxes take like 3 or 4 to 5, sometimes more of those crippling chill, even at level 60 max Vanguard, to take out these 3 towers. Which is plenty of time for people to repair. Just spam repairs. He comes out of it. He has no way to dodge damage. He has no way to heal because the blue mage is still up. And he's done for. Also, and this really depends because really this is if the guy who's flying Pathox is a really good flyer and knows how to spam down the blue mage while turning. Put your blue mage in the back of your island. If you haven't already, simply because if Pathox, let's say, the game lags or something and the guy is able to use 3 quick crippling chills, you don't have a ton of HP, and he takes out your blue mage. If it's in the front, more than likely they're going to try and hit the first 3 towers. That's the natural thing to do. They take out these first 3 towers, and you have your blue mage here. He can use that healing spell to give him health, Soul Devour, health, and rage back. Which is extremely powerful. So, putting your blue mage in the back really makes it difficult for people to take that out first, unless they know how to fly, which is like the minority of the majority of players. So yeah, those are my main tips. It's pretty simple. I know I kind of rambled on, repeated myself a little bit, but I just want to try and emphasize the importance of HP, not just for Pathox, but for any dragon. So I hope this helped you guys out. Let me know down in the comments what you think. If you have any other suggestions, comments, or concerns, let me know. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out, guys.